Hello, everybody.
Hi, how are you? Kari Cross.
I'm Hailey Cross with the Cross Roof. I start with a smile this time because my mom posted that embarrassing video of all of our snapshots. They were not cute.
It was horrible. Facebook, what is wrong with you? Why do you pick the worst pictures of us to do as our thumbnail?
And if we can pick our own cover photos, someone let us know how.
Yeah.
Comment below.
Is there a way to change those cover photos? Please let us know.
Clearly not very tech savvy.
They're not very good. Okay, so a couple things that we want to address. First, we have a microphone here in front of us because thank you for those of you who have subscribed to our podcast, The Cross Group, but the sound quality has been horrific. We've actually been using our tapes and then we have been transferring the sound to the podcast, which is really, really bad. So, we got this fancy little microphone here. We're going to give this a try. We're hoping this week's podcast will sound a lot better for all of you. So that'll be up live probably in about 2 days. So check that out. Hopefully that sounds better. If so, we will use this in the future. If not, somebody that knows anything about sound, let me know because we're trying to figure that out too. So so that's going over here. We got this going over here. So we're excited. Hopefully you guys had a great 4th of July.
Yes, I'm sure you missed us.
We missed you last week.
We've been working so much. I've been showing buyers daily, writing offer. I guess, what am I complaining?
I know. So
I guess that's a good thing.
So we want to make sure that you give us some likes, loves, comment. Let us know that you're here. Say hi so we can
enter our challenge. We have a couple new listings this week.
I know.
Should we talk about them?
Yeah. So we had one listing that just went live in Lakeshore, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 1 bed and bath downstairs. And we posted a challenge asking people to guess the price, which was so much fun to see what all of your guesses were. And that one actually listed for $529 in case you guys didn't see the follow-up video with the answer to that. Okay, hold on. So I have to do this. I have to swipe this. Okay, I don't know how to see.
Facebook is making us struggle.
It's struggling right now.
We can't even see anyone that's on.
I'm hoping that you can all see us. I don't know. Anyways, so that was super fun. Just sent out the gift for that one. In the meantime, we have another listing we thought we'd try it with. This one was a house on the lake here in Discovery Bay.
So cute.
And so I just posted a couple little teaser pictures, so we'll have more of that coming tomorrow. That actually goes live tomorrow. So we can't tell you the price of it. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, open floor plan, kitchen,
sunroom off the master.
Sunroom.
It overlooks the lake.
Overlooks
Super
the lake
cute.
with the bird sanctuary. Really cute. So, so anyway, so we have a lot of really super close guesses, like really close. But we have not yet had the winning guess yet.
So you have to hurry up because it goes on the market tomorrow.
I know.
So if it goes on the market and you see the price,
it's over. So if you haven't yet guessed the price, go to the Cross Group page, look for that post. It probably is right below this one.
Yes.
And definitely you want to put a bid in there. Good luck for that. So that's exciting.
Should we go over some questions that we had?
Yeah, but I don't know what's going on. But why can't I see anybody?
We're going to get over that.
Can we see if we're live? Can you look on
my
your phone? Because I'm thinking maybe I did something wrong.
I'm going to go watch myself live and it's going to be so uncomfortable right now,
Let's
guys.
just make sure if we're live. Are we live?
Oh, there I am.
We're there. Okay, so it's working.
Good morning, Mark Moran.
Why can't I see you, Mark? Okay, what's going on? Let me try this. Give me 1 minute, you guys.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Oh, now I can see him. Oh, and two more.
But I can't see that he...
And two more.
What is going on, Facebook, you guys? Oh! Okay, maybe now I can see it.
Okay.
There we are.
There we go. Good morning, Mark.
Okay, we've had some technical difficulties.
Should Trevor be at school?
No, it's summertime.
That's why I was going to go to school anymore.
Hi, Trevor. Okay, so now...
I hope your teeth are still perfect.
Oh, my God. Hailey's obsessed with teeth, and she loves Trevor's teeth. So, hi, Trevor.
Anyways, back to our questions.
Okay, back to our questions. So,
now that we can see everybody.
Yes, we were off last week, so we did get some questions in. So, Hailey, what is one of the questions that we got?
Let me think.
Okay.
Oh, the first one was representation of seller and buyer. How does that work? How can you best help your clients when you're on both sides of the deal, because it does happen.
It happens a lot. In fact, I just had a client that I was working with for a long time that wanted to get somebody else to help them only because I was the listing agent on a house. They didn't realize that I can represent both sides. So that was something that I thought was really strange, because things like these, questions like this, are things I take for granted that everybody just would know that.
Yeah.
And so I didn't even know that was a thing, that somebody would think that. And so it's something that we'll definitely have to address. But absolutely, we can represent both sides. Now, however, I want to caution you, because there is good and bad agents out there. So if we're your agent, don't worry about it. We got it all covered.
Got your back.
We're good. I do it all the time, but over the years, I know that things are tricky and different. And so you want to stay away from an agent that's in it for the commission. If that's the case, then they're not going to represent both buyer and seller equally.
Yes.
They're going to go to the side that's going to represent their commission.
Yeah.
So I don't know if...
Which is the seller, people remember. It's the seller.
Well, sometimes it is.
Seller pays commission.
Seller pays the commission. But so for me, and I don't know if I have any of my people watching right now, but I've actually told several of my clients, this is not the right time for you. Yeah. This is not a good situation. I will walk away from a commission if it's the right thing for you. Obviously, I want my commission. I want to make money. We want to do that. But ultimately, I want your referrals. I want you to tell your friends and family how fabulous we are. So I'm actually, I feel like I'm really good at representing both sides. When I'm sitting in front of the seller, I let them know what their options are, and X, Y, Z, you could do this, this, and this, and there's no bias on my end. It's whatever is best for them. And when I'm sitting in front of the buyer, I do the same thing. These are your options, X, Y, Z, what is best for you, let's discuss that. And then we go back and forth, and buyer and seller literally actually find a place to meet in the middle without me putting my bias into that, because of course this is nothing about us. It's all
we
about
do our
them.
best to really in depth fully explain the process, and I think that helps both sides.
Right.
If they are educated on every single thing that could happen and every single thing that is happening, they can make a decision and we don't have to push them to the decision, and usually that helps with buyer and seller.
No, that's 100% true. And I think that's the key, is that if the buyer and seller have all the information and they know the process and they understand what's happening and what their options are, then they will make the best decision for themselves. And sometimes buyer and seller cannot agree, and it's not going to work out. And if I'm the listing agent, we find a new buyer. If I was the buying agent, then we go find a new home. So it's not, it's what's best for our clients.
Yeah.
And both buyer and seller have to agree on that. So it's a great question. But
that's how we work.
You want to make sure you trust your agent. So dual representation, great thing. Just make sure you trust your agent and you have all the information.
Another question that came over, was about all the paperwork and disclosures and everything that needs to be signed throughout the process of buying a home, which is extensive, we know.
There's a lot of paperwork. A lot. And most of that paperwork is because somebody got sued at one point or another. Yeah. So then we have now another piece of paperwork. And then another piece of paperwork. So
and it changes every day.
It does.
And add papers every day.
Over my 18 plus years in real estate, we used to have these many papers, and now we have this. And it keeps growing. And now it's paperless because there were so many. But even DocuSign, our clients are like, do I have to push the button again? Like, what am I signing? And so, so there's a couple different ways to look at the things. I guess every transaction is literally different, which is amazing to me, because you think they'd all be the same, but they all are different.
So different.
But the disclosure packet and the meat and potatoes of what you'd be signing is all the same across the board. So there's a couple different levels. So the first thing is the general disclosures that everybody has to sign, that are just generated disclosures, nothing specific to your house, to you as a buyer, to you as a seller, but they all have to be disclosed. So what you would be signing is the seller signs acknowledgement that we're giving it to the buyer, and the buyer is signing acknowledgement that they've received it. And the disclosures are sector law, carbon monoxide law, water heater strapping, earthquake handbook. I mean, it goes on and on. Toxic mold, Megan's law.
Lawsuit after lawsuit.
There's a 12-page statewide buyer and seller advisory that is basically terms and what they mean. So there's just a lot, and every page has to be signed. So, so those are the general. There's a lot of those. And it's just information that we have to provide because, again, somebody got sued at some point.
Then you get more in depth. When you get more in depth, things are usually specific to your house, and that's where we see like the natural hazard disclosure.
Right.
It's always provided by the seller to the buyer through escrow, but basically it tells you if the home is in a flood zone, earthquake, fire. It gives state, county information to the buyer, so they know what they're buying. If they need insurance, sometimes you need flood insurance. We've had deals where this side of the street needs flood insurance,
right,
and this side of the street doesn't. You just never know.
You never know.
Yeah, so those are real specific.
Yeah, and that's something that you then want to look at because, like you say, you have to know if you have any flood insurance. Important. The other one that you really want to look. I mean, you want to look at all of them. I'm here to tell you, look at all of them. But the other ones that are super, super, super important is the TDS and the SVQ. So it is the transfer disclosure statement and seller property questionnaire. Those two are super specific, and it is information that is filled out by the seller to be given to the buyer, and it's specific to the house, what they know about the house. Now, some sellers don't have a lot of information about the house. It could have been a rental and they've never lived in the home. And then they tell what they know, what the tenant has told them, but there's a spot on there where they mark that they've never lived in the home or they haven't lived in the home the X amount of years. And so with that, then we were able
Hi, Amanda.
With that, we're able to, as a buyer, know that, okay, this is something that they have firsthand knowledge of or they don't, so that's good information. The other thing that it does is it tells you general information about the house. Does it have sprinklers? Are they in the front? Are they in the back? Are they in both? Are they automatic? It tells us where the fans are in the house, where the 220 wiring is, whether the water heater is gas or electric. Anyways, all of that. In there, it also has a spot where they have to write if they've had any insurance claims on the house, if they've had any pets that live in the home, if there's any neighborhood nuisances, if they've done any kind of upgrades to the house, any repairs they've made to the house, whether they patched a wall because they had a water leak, or
if the house is by a train,
if it's by a train
or an airport.
All of these things are in those. So those two are super important as a buyer because it gives you some firsthand knowledge from the seller to the buyer of exactly what the house has. So I love that report because that actually gives a little bit of an insight to the buyer, and that's all information that they're going to need. Now, a lot of the information on there.
I sound terrible on this podcast.
What's going on?
I'm slowly losing my voice, guys.
What's going on?
I'm going to yell. We also have disclosures that are specific to the house, like the house has HOA,
right?
And that's a whole nother checkbox, or CC&Rs,
right?
But if they do, there are additional disclosures, and whenever you check the box, here comes all the paper.
Right.
But
it's good information. Yeah. If you're living in a place with CC&Rs, you want to know what the rules are, so you don't get in trouble. There's just so much paperwork, and so we help you navigate that. We help you understand what it is that you're signing. We go through that process with you and make sure that that you're paying attention to what you're signing, that you are aware of, all of those things. If you have any questions,
good and bad to the house.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So make sure you give us likes if you see something you like. We love the hearts, and tag a friend, share this onto your page. Let us know if you have any questions. A lot of you I know like to email and text us afterwards your questions, which is perfectly fine. Then we will address it the next following week. So definitely do that, or you can ask on here, and we'll keep going. Hopefully you're getting some value out of this. Like I said earlier, some of these questions are things that I just think people already know. Yeah. And so it really helps us if you have something that, or even if you bought or sold a home and then you were surprised along the way about something, that's good information for us too, because then we can educate other people that might be in your same situation. So all of that's really good things.
Should we go over a seller question?
Love the seller questions. Yeah, so I did have a seller question. Sometimes I go to listing appointments, or I just see people at the grocery store that aren't even thinking about selling their house. And the one thing that they say is, oh, I pulled comps on my home, so I know exactly how much I could sell it for. And so that's kind of a, yes, I'm sure you did, but maybe you don't have all the information. And so that's one thing that I wanted to address a little more in depth, because we talk about going to our website, you can pull the comps, but even those comps are not the information that we have.
Agents know what they're looking for.
Right.
We research your house in depth, and we know where you live, what your house is like, what upgrades you've done to it. We get all of our information, and that's how we gauge it.
Yeah, you know, and so all of you can see the homes that are available online. So that's really easy to look at and say, oh, the one down the street's listed at da-da-da-da. You don't really know what it's sold for, but you know what it's listed for. Now, sometimes you can go and find what they've sold for, which is great information. So now you have that. But what you can't see that we have exclusive access to is, did the buyer pay more for the house and got a credit back for closing costs? Or did the seller sell it at this price, but they agreed to do $15,000 of repairs on the home?
Mm-hmm.
So now that's not the same value as your home, because it's actually $15,000 less. So that is something that we take into consideration when we list homes. The other thing is, and Hailey's really good at this, you know, when she's walking a buyer through a house, every year or so, buyers are looking for different things.
Yes.
And so what maybe was so important with your home a few years ago, maybe buyers are now looking for something different. Like right now, buyers want move-in ready, which, you know, a couple of years ago they were looking
Side
for,
yard.
Yeah, but a couple of years
important.
ago they were looking for fixer-uppers, you know, things like that.
Make it your own.
Yeah, and so we know what the mass amount of buyers are looking for, and so those are the ways that we help comp your home as well. So between that and the special features, you know, was it a cash buyer, so they give them a little bit of a discount because it was a 10-day close? Or was it just a regular conventional loan and they did a 45-day escrow, so it was a little bit less aggressive of an offer? All those things make a difference when you're comping your house, so that's really good information.
Yeah, those all affect the value of your home.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What else was we going to say?
Oh, can we please talk about, I know I've said it a million times, guys, Zillow. I love my buyers. I really do. But if it's on the market and I didn't send it to you, then it's not there. I'm telling you. I am in this office every single morning, and I spend a good hour and a half to 2 hours with all of my buyers.
Active buyers.
Sending them listings that are on the market. And if I don't send it to you, it is not on the market.
Yes.
Because it just breaks my heart, because they're sending screenshots of listings. They're like, oh my God, this is perfect. And I'm like, well, this is also pending. And it has been
I
for a month.
actually just had that call yesterday that somebody was very excited. They want to go right now. This is the perfect home for them. And so I pull it up, and it was already pending.
And we get excited to show
They
you
were
the perfect home.
devastated. They were so sad. So I instructed them to go to our website, crossgrouphomes.com, and to fill that out and put a search in there. And again, our site's not 100%. I mean, nothing is like the MLS. However, our site is updated every 15 minutes, and I do know that for a fact. I'm not sure how often Zillow's updated, but I don't think it's very often, because if it's pending in the MLS, it should have been already
It's been
posted
pending
over
for a
there.
while, yeah.
So I'm not sure how often they
But I
do.
do want to reiterate, on our website, it's great that you go look at homes, like them, favorite them. I will be giving you a call if you do, see if you want to see them. But set yourself on a search, and I don't think a lot of people do that. You can save searches. You go to advanced search. You can save your search, and then anytime a new home comes up, I usually put people on twice a week. They'll be updated. You can do daily.
Right.
You can do month. You can do whatever you want.
Right.
But usually twice a week, you'll get all the information you need. If you're like really actively looking, then daily. But you will get a house that comes on the market right away as it comes on the market, and give me a call, like it. I'll call you. But definitely set yourself up on a search, because that's when you're going to get all the homes, and I don't have to go in and pull them for you.
Right. Hi, Heidi. Hi, Gabby. I hope Gabby's not in camp yet, but hi. Yeah, and the searches, and you can do multiple searches.
Yeah.
So if you want to do, you
Different
know,
areas,
a
different
3-bedroom home,
prices.
single story in Brentwood, and a 2-story on the water in Discovery Bay, or, you know, you can do different areas, you can do different price ranges, And not only does it give you the new homes that come on the market, but I believe it does price changes as well.
Yes.
So if something was maybe out of your price range when it was listed and then just got lowered into your price range, you'll get alerted to that. So that's really important information, and something that you don't even have to go in and check all the time. It'll just email you directly, and like you say, daily, bi-weekly, weekly, monthly, whenever you want that report. So that's really good information. I know I'm on one just so that I can kind of see my general area. I mean, I look on the MLS every single day, but I just like that because it just gives you one or two right around my search area. So I love that. I know a lot of you that are watching are on my monthly market report, which gives you a big area of, I think it's on the 1st that goes out. It's everything that is active, pending, and sold in your neighborhood. But that's kind of big and broad.
Stay up to date.
But gives you good information. So that's a good thing to know. With that, check out.
With that, go to our Facebook and enter our contest.
Oh yeah, don't forget the Facebook contest. And
oh, Gabby's totally on.
Oh, hi Gabby. I hope you have fun at camp today. I also want to say hi to Lola and Vivian, my granddaughters. And Vivian's birthday is Friday. She's going to be 2 years old. Happy birthday, Viv.
What a big girl.
And this big girl's birthday is on Saturday. She's going to be a big girl too.
Yes.
So we have a lot of birthdays this weekend.
We do.
So that'll be fun.
Long weekend.
Yes. And
we will be working.
We will be working, of course, always. And the other thing that I wanted to say is check out the podcast, subscribe to the Cross group. Hopefully this one will sound better.
If it doesn't, it's probably my voice.
I'm going to blame her. I'm going to blame her if it doesn't. And please, if any of you know how to switch the thumbnails of these videos, let me know.
I'm going to smile when we exit too.
I cannot wait. I don't know where it grabs the picture from. Can you tell? Because we need to have like a photo op. But we're going to try to smile on the way
and
out.
I have like no poker face. When I talk, I'm like...
So anyways, thank you all for watching. We will see you next week.
Yes, we will.
Have a fabulous summer. Bye.
Contact Kari Cross at 925-584-1640 or visit our website at www.crossgrouphomes.com.